welcome to another episode of Monday Motivation brought to you by Dominate Your Day. I started Monday Motivation as a space for many episodes to share inspiring ideas and thoughts for leaders in the workplace. As a former corporate leader, I know what it feels like to need a little boost of inspiration each week. So in each episode, I'll share a topic to motivate and empower you. So today we're talking about how you can pivot with purpose. And the way that I use pivot here is on the aspect of change. So if you're planning a change in the workplace or a pivot from a project, it could be from reorganizing your team, whatever you're planning to do, I want to talk about how you can pivot with purpose and boost your productivity. Because change often leaves us feeling stuck, but effective leaders know how to pivot with purpose. As Simon Sinek, one of my favorite people I follow, wisely said, working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. And my passion is to help everyone I work with to live in their unique strengths every day and to birth their purpose. So everything I talk about is birthing your purpose and living in your strengths so that you can be your best. As a leader, as a family member, as a friend, as a community leader, I want you to be your best. So you've probably heard about Simon Sinek's TED Talks and his Start With Why philosophy. However, I learned about the roots of the whys, which was represented how people represent their primary life purpose. And I trace this back to Dr. Gary Sanchez of the Why Institute. I have no idea if Simon and Gary ever connected or even there was a connection there, but I did see that Dr. Gary Sanchez from the Why Institute came up with the 9 whys. And the 9 whys are these 9 thoughts to ask yourself when you are thinking about your primary life purpose. So, number 1, is this adding value to a greater cause? Number 2, is it building trusted based relationships? Number 3, is it making sense of complexity? Number 4, is it finding more efficient solutions? Number 5, is it ensuring things are done correctly? Number 6, is it challenging the status quo with innovative thinking? And number 7, is it seeking mastery and deep understanding? And number 8, is it finding clarity in the midst of complexity? And 9, is it simplifying and streaming? So whether you're pivoting on your team and you're helping your team to be a high performing team, you want to manage that in a way that is gradual, but it could be a major shift. So it's never easy, and a course correction needs attention. So one of the things I like to talk about is how you prepare yourself for a pivot, and then how do you help your team during a pivot. So number 1 for yourself is you want to spend, there is something life-giving about preparing yourself each day and designing your day, creating your day by design instead of by default. And that means spending 15 minutes every morning reflecting on your unique value, your core values, your mission, and I like to use Clifton Strengths, but however you like to know your unique talents, I recommend Clifton Strengths. And you can go to gallup.com and get information on Clifton Strengths and how to get your unique talents. I have been working with Clifton Strengths for over 12 years, and I never tire of it. And what I've learned is when I'm in my strengths, I'm more productive, I'm more confident, and I'm more energized. And I want that for you too. The second thing I want you to think about during a pivot when you're managing yourself is identify the projects that 1 to 2 projects that you align with your passion and your purpose, and think about which of your unique talents that you're going to use to help you manage that particular purpose assignment. It might be a change or a pivot. It might be a new job transformation. It might be that you're moving into a new city. Whatever it is, what are the two projects and are they aligning with your passion and your purpose? And then 3, I want you, as you're facing this disruption, whatever it is, ask yourself, how can this change help me realign with my purpose? Even if you're in your purpose when the change comes about, how can you make sure you're realigning the change with your purpose? So those are the 3 things to get yourself ready. Then to get yourself ready to talk with your team or to pivot with others, before you communicate with others or you communicate your plan, seek advice from a trusted source, someone that you respect and that will tell you the truth. And then make a thoughtful long-term and short-term consideration plan. So your short-term are going to be this is what the change is going to look like in 30, 60, 90 days. And long-term is this is what it'll look like in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. The reason I mention that is I have a client that reached out to me this week, and she was sharing with me that she recently changed her business model. She's a female founder, and she changed her business model came up with the idea a year ago. And she said they're 6 months into the change right now, into the pivot, and they're just now seeing the difference. She's just now seeing the benefit of that plan. And sometimes it takes a long time. So give yourself some short-term and some long-term wins as you're reflecting and getting into the change with your team. You want to be able to celebrate those short-term wins as you celebrate the long-term wins when they come. And then the other exercise is to reflect on your past pivots, write them down, what you learned from them. I did this exercise about 6 months ago, and it was just so life-giving. It really gave me energy to think about the upcoming pivots that I could have in my business or in my life, and that how I got through the other ones is how I'm going to get through the next ones. And so it kind of gave me that new file to think about. And then also as a leader, it's going to give you stories to share with your team. And then last, create a space for you to talk to your team or the people that you're going around through the pivot change with. Ask for their feelings about the change. They will most likely jump on board with the pivot when they have been heard. Here's a little secret. When you ask for people to share what they're feeling or what is going on in their mind in a team meeting, a team session, the minute they hear their voice in the room, they're engaged. And that's what we want. But they want to have that psychological safe space to share. So they will jump on board with the change once they've been heard. I also want to recommend to you as a leader and someone that loves productivity, a new book. It's called Monk Mode: The Ultimate Guide to Focusing on Yourself and Achieving Your Goals. And you can probably get that on Amazon. I think anything you can do to help develop yourself daily is my passion. I also want to recommend the Strengths Journal, which is the daily guide to help you live in your strengths daily. So this has been another episode of the Monday Motivation. And I want to thank you for being with us today. And if you like this episode, feel free to follow, like, and subscribe for more inspiring episodes. Also, share with your friends. We would love to have your friends follow us. So if you're ready to take your strengths development to the next level, be sure to follow us at danawilliamsco.com. And you can sign up there to schedule a free discovery call. You can learn more about the Strengths Journal and our other podcasts. Thank you so much for being here today. Together, we can help you live in your strengths, dominate your day, and transform.